Hey, what's up guys? It's Real Estate Vince. Welcome back to my channel. As always, thanks for watching. And today we're going to be talking about some reasons as to why you might be missing out on some of the properties that you're putting offers in on, okay? Now keep in mind, this is just food for thought because everybody's situation is different, but this is just something you can think about in case you may need to switch up your strategy. Also, this video was inspired by another YouTuber, Javier Vidana. He's a real estate agent out in Arizona. I've been following his page for about 1 or 2 years now. He puts out a lot of great information, and he recently did a video on this very same topic. And I was like, hey, that was a pretty good video. I think I should do it. So if this video sounds similar, he was an inspiration. And also, I'll actually plug his video into my description so that you can go check it out, okay? Enjoy. This one for all of y'all and y'all and y'all and y'all and y'all and y'all. One reason that you might be missing out on the property is your emotions are into it. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, oh, this is a house. This is the biggest investment that I'm going to make in my life. And yeah, you're completely right. But what I mean by that is sometimes you might allow your emotions to kind of get in the way during this transaction. And one of the biggest examples of that is actually price. Okay, so let's say we're looking at a property that's about $300,000, and you may personally say, you know what, this house isn't worth $300,000. It's only worth $270,000. Now, depending on the market and the situation and a bunch of other factors, I might say, hey, we probably should come in a little higher than $270,000, or I'm going to say, no, we're just simply not going to do that, depending on the situation. And in a market like today's market, we probably aren't going to submit at 270, okay? But just because you feel like that a house is only worth X amount of dollars, the market doesn't care about that, okay? So we understand that this is a big purchase for you guys, but at the same time, the market is the market, and sometimes we have to just pay attention to the analytics, okay? Another reason why you might be missing out on some of the properties you're putting offers in on is closing costs. And what I mean by that is when you're submitting an offer, you're actually asking the seller to pay closing costs. In this current market right now, sellers simply are not paying closing costs. So hopefully you have a realtor who's not going to allow you to do that. But if you submit an offer and you put closing costs in there and you ask them to do so, you most likely will not get accepted. And your other terms will play a big part as well, which makes it a big reason to try and understand where the seller, what situation that they're in. And what I mean by that is some sellers may not be able to close until a certain date. Some sellers may want to close before a certain date. So if you can accommodate that closing date, a lot of times that can put you over the top whenever you're looking to win a property, okay? So your details play a big part. Be sure to ask your real estate agent if he or she can reach out to the selling agent to say, hey, are there any details that we need to know in order to make our offer stronger? And hopefully the seller will share some of those things with you, and then you guys can use that to potentially win in the house, okay? Another reason why you might be missing out on some of these houses out here is because of your financing, okay? As ugly as that sounds, sellers pay attention to the type of financing that buyers bring to the table when they submit offers. And depending on the financing will dictate or will kind of give the seller an idea of how the transaction may go. And I will tell you that a lot of loans that are backed by the government, such as the VA and the USDA and the FHA loan, a lot of sellers actually will kind of hold pause before accepting those. Now, I'm not saying that you can't win a house with FHA or VA because I've done it constantly. But if there's a conventional offer sitting there that looks just like yours, if not better, 9 times out of 10, the conventional offer will get sold. Or accepted. I'm sorry about that. So something that you can do, maybe look in an area to where FHA loans are a little bit more prominent, or VA loans or those government-backed loans where it's not as competitive. Or you can try and apply for a conventional loan and increase your chances of getting a house, or you can bring more cash to the table, some stuff like that. So there's a few things that you can do, but if you have any of those government-backed loans, it's going to be a little bit harder for you, and hopefully your realtor is actually preparing you for that, okay? Another reason why you might not be winning some of these offers, it could be the lack of rapport that your real estate agent has with the selling real estate agent. So sometimes try and have your real estate agent actually contact them and say, hey, is there anything that we need to know about the property or about the sellers that can give us a better chance at winning this property? And building that rapport sometimes could actually mean the difference between you getting that house or not. So now in this market, keep in mind, you might not be able to build that rapport, or your realtor may not be able to do that because it's just such a hot seller's market right now that these houses are flying off the market. So a lot of times your selling agent will just call and say, hey, you know what, just submit an offer and we'll let you know if we accept or not. As rude as that is, that's what's happening right now, okay? So something that I can control on my end that I like to do as a realtor is that after I've shown the house, if I know that my client wants to submit an offer, when I go back and provide feedback into the app, I will actually comment and say, hey, expect the offer to come your way. Once I've had my client to sign the paperwork, sorry about that, I will text the real estate agent and say, hey, there's an offer coming in your inbox very shortly. Once I email them, I obviously go in there and say, hey, whoever real estate agent, here's an offer from my client. They're really looking forward to working with you guys. If you guys have any questions, let us know. They're very flexible or somewhat flexible or willing to negotiate and all that good stuff. And then something that I was taught by one of my early mentors is to actually summarize the offer in the body of the email. I'll go ahead and I'll put in the contract price. I'll put in the due diligence fee, and I'll put in the due diligence period, the attorney, and all that good stuff. That way they can just see everything right there and they don't have to read through the contract. Now they're still going to read through the contract, but to be able to see all of the terms right there, it goes a long way into helping your chances, okay? So just, put fire to your real estate agent's butt and just keep him or her on their toes, and hopefully things will work out, okay? So those are just a few things that you guys can think about when it comes to trying to win some of these offers, and I hope you guys have better luck going forward. And again, I thank you guys for watching. If there are any videos in particular that you guys would like me to do, just let me know, drop a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, thanks. This one for all of y'all.